time for the meet and greet. Meet and greet. It's time for the meet and greet.
Hola, amigos y amigas, ¿cómo están? Feliz Navidad y próspero Año Nuevo. Espero que el año 222 esté lleno de felicidad. Nuestro invitado hoy es Roberto Negrin. Roberto is an award-winning pet fashion designer, animal activist, and puppy event planner. He is viendo por Asavari. Please introduce yourself, Roberto, to our audience. And this is show number 20.
Hola, ¿qué tal, Gargi? Thank you for having me in your show. Yes, as you all pretty much say it all, I'm an event planner for pet-friendly events and a pet fashion designer for pets, and I'm also an animal activist. So pretty much we do a little bit of everything from creating custom-made clothing for pets to making your dreams come true when it comes to creating the perfect party for your dogs. Also, on the other hand, we go and try to do a lot of community service. We help our local shelters. We help shelters in New York, in Philadelphia, and all over the world. So pretty much, we try to do everything that is pet related.
Awesome. Muy bien.
Me encanta tu español. Me gusta. I love your Spanish.
Gracias. I just try, yo hablo un poquito español, and I'm learning from Duolingo. Okay, so the first topic of discussion is a little sensitive, and it is about the rainbow pride. The rainbow flag colors are routinely used as a show of LGBTQ+ identity, pride, diversity, and solidarity. The rainbow flag was created in America by Gilbert Baker in 1978, but the flag has become a visible cultural symbol that transgress national borders and has evolved to encompass more than just gay rights. It now connects queer communities across borders. However, the rainbow pride is often criticized and challenged in the immediate community and across the globe. Marriage or relationship, especially a physical relationship, is usually expected between a man and a woman. Same-sex marriage or relationship is kinda not accepted by most communities. It's said that a lock and a key keeps the door open or closed. Two locks or two keys can't open or close a door. It means that two husbands or two wives can't produce a healthy family life. However, loving a person of same sex is not a crime or a sin. Love is beyond anything and everything. So how would you explain the gay rights and the same-sex relationship?
Well, pretty much, let's start by saying that it's not lock and key situation, because it's been taken further when it comes to a sexual intercourse or sexual point of view. When you talk about keys and lock, two keys and two lock, it doesn't work for a healthy relationship. Healthy relationships come from the heart. Pretty much being gay, homosexual, LGBTQ, or other way that you identify yourself is about the human being that you are. This is something that me as a homosexual person is something that I would never choose to be born like this. I was born that way. I never said, oh, I wake up and I'm gonna be gay tomorrow, I'm gonna be straight the next week. It doesn't work like that. And it's not as simple as locks and keys. Pretty much it goes beyond that. The gay movement has been happening for a while, for years, helping the gay community to get their rights corrected. Because just because you love someone doesn't mean that you need to be hurt. Doesn't mean that you need to be attacked on the street. Doesn't mean that you need to be discriminated at a work or job place. All we do is asking for the same rights as any human being. This is not about being straight, gay, or anything. It's asking for the same rights that we deserve as human beings without being putting a label before seeing how human we are. When you love someone, our love doesn't hurt nobody. Actually, it makes the words better. Being homosexual brings creativity, being love, as you can see. We are not harming anybody. Me kissing or holding my boyfriend's hand is not gonna break your life. It's not gonna destroy your house. But on the opposite, there are relationships of straight people, and I'm not coming or attacking straight people. Like you mentioned, the lock and the key that are not happy, that are harming
There are
each
so
other.
many cases of divorce, and there are so many cases of domestic violence, which happens between a straight relationship. So if there is no understanding, no trust, no love, I mean, no negotiation, then no marriage or relationship can last.
Exactly. So pretty much everything starts with mutual respect and realizing that we need to educate people about acceptance, tolerance, and that love is love, that love is not going to harm you, that our love is not poison, that our love goes beyond possibilities. And when people start seeing that, that's when they're going to start to understand. That's a better way or point of view to see life from my perspective.
Right. I completely agree with you. Now we are in the second topic of our discussion, which is immigration and DR, Dominican Republic. So immigrants from the Dominican Republic are the fourth largest Hispanic immigrant group in the United States. Estados Unidos. The United States is the most popular destination for Dominicans living abroad, accounting for about 75% of all immigrants from the Dominican Republic. So are you happy with the US foreign policy and immigration? How can we make it even better? Also, what are the problems you have faced here in USA?
Well, pretty much, yes. Like the Dominican Republic is, I had the opportunity that I grew up between both countries, growing up between Dominican Republic and USA back and forward. So pretty much, I got to experience the best of both worlds, So pretty much, being Latino and having a heavy accent pretty much puts you in a really vulnerable position sometimes, and it can be a double-edged sword. It can be positive or it can be negative. Everything depends on from what perspective you see them. It puts you in the spot where a lot of people can discriminate you just for being Latino. Or the first question they ask you, how long you been in this country? Where you come from? Just because I have an accent. So pretty much when it comes to immigration, that can be one of the things that you can challenge. People have tried to attack me under the train growing up in New York. And these kind of things can happen. And I'm sure this is something that happened to any immigrant from any other country. It doesn't matter if you are coming from Dominican Republic, India, Europe, or any other country, you are being a target. But also being Latino can also bring diversity. And for example, my accent, people loved it. Some people hate it, others love it. Being Spanish, being able to speak two languages, we get to the point in life right now in our country in society where things have advanced so much that now you go to apply for a job and just because you speak Spanish, they pay you more.
Exactly. That's a good point, actually, because you are bilingual, you can deal with the Spanish clients and also, there are so many countries in Europe, those who are Spanish speaking, and also in Central and South America. So since, you are working on an international level, I mean, with a diverse crowd, with so much of cosmopolitan people, and your business is that way. So it's a huge plus point for you to be bilingual and to speak a language. And I think, everybody has some kind of accent, whether it's European or American or African or Asian, they all have an accent, and that's bring the spice, the variety, right? Otherwise,
exactly, diversity is beautiful. The diversity is beautiful.
Yeah, exactly. So about DR, the Dominican Republic has the largest economy according to the US State Department and the World Bank in the Caribbean and Central American region, and is the seventh largest economy in Latin America.
Okay. Yes.
What do you say about that? So what do you
Well,
say about that?
well, in Dominican Republic, there is poverty as well, and people who needs a lot of help. But also, we have beautiful waters, we have mountains, we have a little bit of everything, cultivation. So pretty much that's probably the reason it's positioned as one of the top islands in Latin America. We have a really good infrastructure, and at the same time, the people are kind and heartwarming. So tourism is one of the major attraction that generates income into our country. And a lot of people from all over the world wants to come and visit because it's such a beautiful place to be there on vacation, and we have beautiful weather all year round, which helps to improve the economy in our
Exactly,
country.
the trade and tourism. So
Yeah,
where there is tourism and trade, the economy has to flourish. And
exactly.
people feel a warm hospitality from Spanish-speaking people. I mean, when I went to Mexico, and people, those who have visited different parts of South and Central America, when they come back, they talk about their vacation, and they feel so warm and comfortable about the Spanish and about the cuisine. Oh my God, it's amazing, the taste
The
of
cuisine, yeah, the food. We have flavor in our veins, so that's what we serve.
and the spice, the exotic spice.
Yes.
Yes. And all these, talk a little bit about the cuisine also, that your favorite food, and do you
Well,
cook?
my favorite food in Dominican Republic, definitely I will be saying I grew up eating a lot of rice, so it's hard for me to give up on rice nowadays. So sweets is beautiful, it's delicious over there. We have amazing dishes, one of the traditionals, and it might sound really simple. It's just rice and beans and meat and chicken, or
Rose,
it might sound simple, but the way
frijoles,
it's done is delicious.
pollo, pescado,
Pescado,
mariscos.
fried fish is delicious over there in different areas of the country. So if you visit, make sure to try it. This handmade sweets are delicious as well, like coconuts, milk, tres leches, quesillos. Everything is delicioso.
Yeah, muy delicioso.
Sí.
That's really cool, I mean, I just love, different kind of sauces. The salsa is one of the things that which really, it's mouth watering, I would say, different kind of sauces, and the way the burritos are made. Even if it's from chicken, fish, pollo, pescado, whatever it may concern, but all those spices and the lettuce and tomato and onions, all this combination. So these are really something, great, and attracts the tourists.
Oh
So
yeah, pretty much. The burrito actually is more from Mexico, but and the tacos, but from Dominican Republic, the cuisine, the fried pernil, the fried fish, a lot of fried things, is delicious. And like you mentioned, the spices. I think every country have their own niche
mhm.
where what they are makes them famous. The mofongo with chicharrón is really good, and those are the little things that keep your heart warm, especially when you go on vacation. You try this new cuisine, is open to your paladar, is something new. Plus, you are like in this tropical island with so many beautiful people. It's amazing. So I recommend anyone to book your flight and go to Dominican Republic.
Exactly, and it's surrounded by water, right? There is a lot of water there, right?
Yes,
Mhm.
we have beautiful rivers and the ocean, so it's amazing. You have different areas that you can explore.
Exactly, and there must be some kind of like sailing, cruising, rafting. I can
Yes, you
imagine. I
can
have.
do. If you go to the northeast of the park, you can go there. It's called Cabarete, where you can do kite,
Kayaking.
kayaking, but also you can do a sky. Oh, I forgot the name how to pronounce it, but it's like kite, like you're like flying kite, surf
Oh, yes,
kite.
yes, yes. That's the
You're
same thing
surfing.
we did in Mexico also, Mexico.
Yeah. And then you go back
Very
to the
similar.
other side of the country where is Punta Cana, which is famous for all the
Yeah,
touristic
Punta Cana
attractions.
is a place that, my friends have been always talking about, and people take vacations in Punta Cana. It is so great, when I see the uh, pictures, it's very tropical also, right?
Yeah, it's tropical all year pretty much. We have lower season
I
during the
have
winter.
been in Hawaii. So it's Punta Cana is like has some kind of similarity with Hawaii, right?
Yes. I never been to Hawaii, but it's an island, so most islands are pretty much similar.
Tropical.
But also there's a lot of culture, the folkloric. We also come from a background of African American, so we have the Tainos, where we have different music with the tambores, and also we have the traditional music with the folklore. Also, we have like a lot of churches, cultural sightseeing that you can see if you don't want to be just in the tropical scene. That there's a lot of culture that you can learn over there.
I can imagine. I love the Latino baile, dances.
Yeah.
Very good, it's something really different. I mean, when we went to Mexico, in our resort, there were every single night they used to do some kind of conciertos. So it was so great, we really enjoyed, muy divertido. So I have one more question about this. Now, as we all know about this pandemic, it is kind of heartbreaking, 2020 was the worst. And then, now the vaccines are out, but still, it's not in a good shape. So in your opinion, how is DR doing economically right now? I mean,
well, economically, it's being affected as this country and any other country who's been affected by the pandemic. A lot of people been dying. A lot of people doesn't have the resource that we have in USA, or the access to medication, hospitals, or even tests. So pretty much it's been really hard. It's been taking a toll, and I guess it's been happening all over the world as well, affecting the tourism, because now hotels have to work on a lower capacity. A lot of people are getting sick. They're trying to follow protocol as well. So pretty much economy, like you mentioned, is a country that lives in the tourism and also live based on the trade. So when those things are affected, definitely create a negative impact into it. So pretty much, yeah, that's as far as I know, that's how it's going.
Like everything is so super affected. I mean, here in New York also, we were planning for a vacation to DC to see the Christmas lights, to capture the Christmas moments, but because of the Omicron, we had to cancel the tour. I mean, my son is not happy about it, and also myself, I was really hoping to visit the place. But what to do, it is a huge loss for the resorts also. I mean, if tourists, they keep on canceling their booking and reservation, it is
Yes,
like
I think at this point, what we have to do is be blessed that we are in good health to think about vacation or taking a trip or doing things, when right now it's really hard, especially I have a lot of friends who are health workers who are like wishing that it's over, because there are not that many employees, they are getting sick and they have to quarantine. Operation rooms are getting closed now, as far as I heard from a direct friend. So this is real. This is a really problem. And as human beings, we need to make our part in trying to, keep quarantine, keep our social distancing. Now for the holidays, if we have vacations like you do, and I do, and I did have to, we have to be aware that we need to take a little setback to give a little break back, so that way everything, and hopefully things go back to normal.
Right. I mean, if outdoor activities are still, on board, then it is not a problem, because indoors, the museums and stuff, here it is so much of winter that it is hard to stay outdoors for a long time. So how is the weather in DR right now? Is it warm?
Yeah, it's still warm. You have during the day it's really warm. Later at night, temperature drops a little bit, but it's a tropical. You get a little bit of rain more than the other time because it's winter season.
Right.
But it's beautiful. It's still sunny all day.
Yeah, if it's bright and sunny, then you can enjoy the waters. You can walk.
Yes.
And then, it doesn't really matter. But if it's indoors, I mean, for example, in DC, I mean, it is outdoors to some extent, but all the museums and stuff, you have to mingle, with a lot of people. And I mean, that's kind of the Omicron thing is kind of really alarming.
Yeah, I think people are feeling too comfortable, and we're still in the pandemic. I think we all got our shots, so we've been, even myself, like we used to be extra colorful with everything, and sometimes you just get, you lose the, let's say you start losing the fear of it, and you start just doing things that probably you didn't do when the pandemic started. And also, I think the pandemic somewhere or another was a good thing for some people, because it teaches you that you need to lock yourself down at home too. Because we've been living so much in a rush. But like I say, it's all from what perspective everybody see things. I'm blessed that I haven't been able to lose no families due to it. Like my niece is recently positive to COVID.
Oh, okay.
And she's only 12 years old. And thanks God, she just came up with a negative result this week, and she's recovering. She's recovered pretty fine, which
That's
is
good.
a good thing. But now our family gatherings are canceled because we don't want to, nobody wants to be, everybody's on quarantine now.
Right, I can understand. So time flies, and the last part of our discussion is Latino lives matter. So it's humanity which is above all. We have seen hate crimes, gun violence, drugs, and several miscommunications which have had happened in the Latino community. So what is the reason behind the Latinos to get victimized like this?
I think it's not a reason. Hate, we live in a world that is full of hate. There is no specific reason for people to go and attack just because it's a Latino, or just because you are white or Indian or Pakistani or any other country or French or whatever. But I think it's just hate crimes. We live in a diversity world where people are fooled by misconceptions. We used to have a ex-president who encouraged people to keep being disrespectful to the immigrants. And I'm not just talking about the Latinos, I'm talking about all of us, because we are all immigrants at some point. And I think when you are living by example, allowing people to do these things, that's what keeps creating the hate and give them the power to keep doing things and not receiving no punishment. And it's something that is really, really sad, of the things that are happening in USA and all over the world. But pretty much here, it's hard, you know what I mean? Being a target just because of your accent, or just because of your skin color, or just because you are different. And it's something that is being encouraged by pretty much, let's say, the white supremacy and stuff like that. And it's something
that was
really
I was
sad.
going to talk about, about white supremacism. I mean, what is superior, what is inferior? Exactly, I completely agree with you. I mean, just a skin color or an accent makes somebody superior or inferior. That is a complete BS, I mean, that
Bias, exactly. It's a really wrong bias, and at the end of the day, that's why people like you, people like me, are using platforms to keep educating our community, to make them understand. Because remember, communications, understanding, respect, everything starts from your home. So you need to start, like, you need to start educating your son. I will be educating my dogs, or my nieces and nephews too, and teaching them about respect to others, love everybody, and making sure that they understand that this is a beautiful world full of rainbows, full of people, full of different colors, and that everyone should be treated the same.
Exactly. That's the thing, because you are a Christian, and most of the white supremacists here in this country, they also follow Christianity. And as such, no religion would teach, I mean, every religion would teach tolerance and love, harmony, unity, and of course, to be positive, to be optimistic, to love people, even to love animals and birds. But I don't understand that why, in this country, there is so much of hatred when this country was built by the foreigners. People from Europe, they migrated. They also are immigrants at some point,
Exactly.
So, I mean,
and also this country before us was with Indian, with the indigenous, the Native American. and still is something that they haven't received the fully recognitions and respect that they deserve. So pretty much is really sad to see the world that we live in, but also it's really hopeful because people like you and many other people and us as an activist are making sure that people understand and respect. So we are educating future generations to be more respectful, teaching them the right culture, the right lecture, and not hiding things, because that's the problem. Everything comes from our ancestors. The reason all this hatred and everything that is happening right now, and also the reason why we have the rights that we have now, is because people stood up and did the thing. They didn't just sit home and let things happen. We need to stand up and go out there and make sure that our voices are heard, and also that people understand that we're not going nowhere, that we are here to stay, and that we're going to be fighting for equality in all senses of the word equality, not just only for the LGBTQ plus community, but for the Latinos, humans, or for any human beings.
Do you think that this country will ever witness a Latino commander-in-chief or somebody in a very higher rank, like a vice president or a secretary or someone? So what do you say about that?
I think it's a work in progress. We just have to keep pushing forward, educating, and eventually we're gonna get there. But it's a lot of work that needs to be done from different parts, from different perspectives, pretty much from different people. And the key is to inspire them to get up and stand up and go out there and help. Because these leaders are not chosen by them, it's chosen by us. So if we are the community and we're not working to put our leaders up there, who's gonna put them up there?
Right, that's true.
So we need to educate our children. We need to educate our elders. We need to educate anyone that this is not about religious only. This is not only about sex. This is not about color or race. It's about being a human being. And unfortunately, life is unfair, but we need to try to live with it, but work through it and work hard and make it happen. We're in a good position in life, you and me, where we have more rights that we didn't have 10 or 20 years ago. And that's thanks to people who stood up, and now it's our chance to do the same for our future children.
Right, that's true. So I have a couple of more questions for you. So we know that Delta and now Omicron have made life miserable. Economy is going down, stocks are volatile with a tendency of bear market. Entertainment and fashion industry are the worst hit ones since they are not considered as any priority. Custom-made businesses are also limping. How do you see this holiday sell? What is your plan for this Christmas and what is your New Year's resolution?
Well, for us, our Christmas is stay home, do our part, and be practicing social distancing, pretty much because we want to protect our parents, our family. By staying home, it's something that we're doing our part this time in the system. Economy have take a toll on everyone, like I mentioned before, in different countries, but also in the USA. A lot of people have gone homeless. A lot of people have lost family members.
Yeah.
A lot of people are losing more. So at this point, it's pretty much, there is no resolution for next year. It's pretty much be blessed for what we already have and where we are. I'm blessed to say that my parents are alive, that my nieces, that no one close to me, even when they've been affected with the COVID, they still alive. Not many friends, other people have the same thing to say. So pretty much this year for us is learning how to reflect more on ourselves, how to be appreciated of every month, appreciating every moment that we have and for what we already have. We have good health. Thanks God, we have a home where we can sleep at night, and that's something that not many people have at this moment.
Exactly, because of this bad economy, there have been a lot of foreclosures going on. I have seen that how businesses are going out of business. Actually, they're declaring themselves bankrupt and going out of business. There are so many stores, they are for rent, for lease, and nobody is renting or leasing them. And buying is kind of, it's not a buyer's market as such, because people don't have enough money, to pay the mortgages, to pay the property taxes. And even refinancing is not kind of helping. I mean, as far the real estate is concerned.
Yeah,
So-
we're talking about a perspective from the business people, the working class people, but also when you go to the lower class, there is a lot of people who also being affected. Because imagine someone who already have a house, a mortgage. Imagine someone who's been paying rent and lose their 9 to 5 job or the middle of the night jobs. So pretty much everyone is struggling at this moment. All I think is that I can say to people is be kind to one another. Be patient when you go to the stores, because you don't know that this person why is sacrificing to be at that job. And also understand that going to these places, don't expect the same service that you will expect before, or the same customer service. These people are probably starting a new job today, so be kind to them and be patient, because it's been hard for companies or small business especially to hire employees, because it gets to the point that it's really sad where we are, you know what I mean? But we are rebuilding. I'm sure, I believe in this country. I think that we are gonna get up again and try to make things as possible as we can. And if not,
it's so hard to see that, you know, Macy's, Sears, Kmart, all these places, you know, they have already gone out of business. I mean, there are not many stores of Macy's, which is like Nordstrom. Then, you know, Lord and Taylor, I would say. These are like great fashion, you know, attire places. I mean, I used to shop a lot from there. But now people, they're purchasing online stuff mostly. And not many offices you will see these days. I mean, people are mostly working from home and purchasing stuff from online. So there are so many stores and office spaces, they are no more.
yes, nowadays that's the new mode. Like people are realizing that they can work from home, and that there's no point of going to these places, which is putting the business or the offices down so they can be working remote. And you know, people are just adapting. We're evolving, and that's part of the process of life. We are all evolving into something new, how to deal with it, how to make the best of it, and how to make it work.
Yeah, that's right. Okay, so what would you like to tell our audience as per an ending note?
Well, I want to say thank you, especially to you, to inviting you to your program. And we're excited to see the final interview. And just make sure, you know, to live life, support a small business, a small entrepreneurs, upcoming presenters and shows. At the end of the day, we are who we are because of the people who follow us and put us on those position of power. And we want to represent our race, our human beings, the best way possible. So just, you know, like love and life, and be kind to one another. The world needs more love in these difficult times.
So where is your puppy right now? I cannot see her.
Oh, she's down here.
Oh, okay, she is still awake. I thought she's sleeping.
Oh no, she already took her long nap day, so she's ready to play.
Okay, she's so cute. And how
And
many
this is
puppies?
one
do
of
you
my
have?
5. I have 5 in total.
Okay, cinco. Okay.
Also, they can follow our adventures at the Chai Gods or the Chi Gods. That's CHIGODS on Instagram, or follow my adventures where we take them on travels, vacations. We design clothing for the pets, the events, the puppy play days that we host every month. We also have a beauty pageant coming up this year, again for the dogs. And you can follow us at Roberto Negrin TV on Twitter, all the platforms.
Hello, hola.
Say
¿Cómo
hi.
estás?
Oh, she don't speak Spanish.
I'm just practicing my Spanish.
Bye.
Really cute.
Until next time, thank you.
Sure.
Adios.
Adios. So once again, you know, season's greetings and happy holidays, Feliz Navidad, and a very prosperous New Year to you and your family.
Likewise.
And your friends and your puppies.
Thank you so much, and to you and your family. Thanks for having me, okay?
Sure. Thank you.
Bye-bye.
Bye.
Bye.